All right, so this next video is called V2k and other devices used for torture, direct energy weapon devices, stuff like that. I'm going to be reading about this stuff. It's very interesting stuff, so please stay tuned. And also, I'm in the hospital, and when I get out, I'm homeless. So I'm putting my PayPal down at the end of the description if you'd like to donate some money. If not, pray for me. Prayers are just as good as donations. All right, here we go. v2k. The gang stalking agents have the ability to transmit sound, such as voices, into the head of the target individual that others cannot hear, which mimics schizophrenia. Target individuals call this ability v2k. The gang stalker can clone voices to sound like people you know who are alive or dead. They've done that, and they clone my wife's voice. I haven't seen my wife since 2016, but sometimes they clone her voice. All right, the five senses. All right, listen. After the brain of the target individual is hacked, the gang stalkers can access the physical body of the target individual to induce sensations such as pain and various illnesses using direct energy devices. The gang stalkers can electronically rape and electronically induce orgasms, electronically make a person impotent. The gang stalkers can manipulate vital signs such as body temperature, blood pressure, pulse, heart, and breathing and respiratory rate. The gang stalking agents have the ability to read the mind of the targeted individual. The technology enables the target individual to hear his or her own thoughts in type of a speaker mode. The gang stalker can demonstrate their ability to mind read by repeating back unspoken thoughts of the targeted individual to the target individual. It is a type of synthetic telepathy. Target individuals cannot hide anything, but which they can, because really, I don't believe that they can fully read our minds, but they do have some good techniques in guessing your next move. It appears to be used to break the target individual down to the point of suicide, to get these highly functional targets to become dysfunctional. It is in line with reverse engineering, whereby the purpose to premeditated malice break down every aspect of the target's life, in particular to break down the cognitive, cognitive abilities in processing, thinking outside the box, and to give up on questioning those who dare to target them to begin with. And I'm talking about direct energy devices, is what it's talking about, and V2K. Thus, the majority of what is deployed in line with survival, evasion, resistance, escape, prisoner of war training, which generally elite active military are sent into order to survive. They should become a captured prisoner of war. They practice the same practice on the target to break him down. As such, the target will become bombarded on a 24/7 basis in psychotraumatology, which examines factors enhance psychological resilience in the face of traumatic experiences. And they'll see how the non-consenting human guinea pigs, aka us, the target individual, can rise above and survive through the torture and terrorism being inflicted upon and against them. The more resilient and capable the target is at survival, the more aggressive, violent, and traumatic these organized gang stalkers will inflict their terrorist crusade to destroy. All right, proof it exists and how it functions. This is about microwave directed energy weapons, how they work and how they are used. Precisely modulated microwave radiation is used to influence brain function, human behavior, and reactions can be entirely controlled by using pulse modulated microwave radiation. Pulse modulated microwaves are useful as a carrier for the mind control signals as they are able to pass through the skull, which is rather resistant to the low level EMF, electromagnetic fields. It was found that when microwaves were used to fire these signals at victims' brains, they experienced moods, behavior, the pathological states carried by the signals. This meant that by mimicking natural brain frequencies, the human brain could be controlled remotely by use of extremely low frequency broadcasts carried by pulse modulated microwave beams, ELF. It is now possible to broadcast mind control commands directly into the brain by use of microwave beams. All that is needed is a catalog of every specific brain frequency for each mood, action, and thought. Particular excitation potential is then broadcast by pulse-modulated microwave transmitters. The pulse-modulated microwave beam has the ELF excitation potential frequency imprinted upon it. It was found that each behavior set in humans had a distinctive frequency. There was one for anger, suicide, hysteria, trauma, serial killing, paranoia, etc. Cavalry operations have sophisticated millimeter wave scanners to look through the victim's walls so they can see the targets in their homes. Pulse modulated microwaves are regularly directed at the victim's brain while other people in their homes are oblivious of what is going on. Some of these DEW weapons are thought are through the wall in nature. These devices are similar to ones currently being used on citizens in North America and other NATO nations and targeted individuals. It is likely that the perpetrators are using radar wave technology similar to the ones used in airports to pinpoint a person's location in a building and assist with aiming other DEW weapons at people. It's for torture, physical, mental, and psychological. Physical pain due to the ICT implants and non-lethal weapons. Direct pain in the body around the clock that tends to get worse and more severe due to the implants or other kind of transmitting devices, also often labeled by targeted individuals as non-lethal weapons, direct energy weapons, electromagnetic frequency weapons, or simply radiation. Pain in the spinal cord or the back, lethargic and acting pains. Ain't that funny? I'm in here because they say I got an infection in the spinal cord. Pain in the back of the head or various reasons responsible for memory and imagination. Pain in the amygdala or the limbic system. Pain in the forehead or frontal lobe. Cooked brain. That's what they do to me. Pulsate my brain, feel like it's cooked. Slightly heating of the brain to induce synthetic emotional states or disorders. ELF waves can also cause depression or stress tuned at 6.6 hertz. Electroshocks in the brain, which is what they do to me. Zaps and mild shocks, involuntary body movements caused by nervous system shocks and attacks. Pain in the chest, palpitations, and adrenaline rushes. Toothache, gum bleeding, pain in the gum or lower regions. Mild heart attacks, slowed heartbeats, panic attacks, chronic anxiety, and fast-paced heartbeats. Pain in vital organs, liver, stomach, heart, lungs, eyes, genitals, among other places. Itching eyes, leading to tears and red eyes, beam-like pinprick or irritation. Food is poisoned, contaminated by the evil perps in food stores or restaurants. Around your nostrils, heating or lacking oxygen. Electronic sexual rapes during sleep or while awake, probably with implants, but they don't need implants, or unnatural genital stimulation. The military and intelligence agencies have developed frightful electronic weapons in black budget projects for decades. These weapons, based on radio waves, are used to disable, present pain, and torture to drive the target to suicide, schizophrenic, or criminal behavior. This is done by cooking, irritating body parts, letting the victim hear voices, reading the mind through walls and through a distance. This new generation of electronic weapons is capable of burning humans and destroying tissue, cause a heart attack, cause burns on body. This is all possible from large distances, hundreds of meters away. These weapons are now being used by large secret services to eliminate people, incapacitate into suicide, drive them into insanity, criminal behavior, or just used to cause heart failure, brain damage, etc. They don't need knives, bullets, poison, or car accidents anymore. All right, I'm going to stop that right here, and the next one's going to be part 2 to this, because it's telling all about these weapons and how they work. Thank y'all.